If you've clicked on this video, chances are you're interested in building a mobile app that actually makes money. Something that generates real recurring revenue and maybe turns into a business that you can even exit one day. Maybe you've got an idea in your notes, maybe you're already building, maybe your app is already live. Either way, what I'm about to show you in this video is going to completely change the way you think about building and marketing apps. Today, we're diving into a simple app called Wrestle AI. This app is currently doing over $20,000 per month. But here's the part that blew my mind. It was built by a teenager using AI who didn't write a single line of code. No dev team, no funding, no crazy marketing budget. Just a solid idea that solved a problem for people, a vibe coding tool, and partnering with TikTok creators. That's it. And if that sounds insane, it should, because what I'm about to show you is exactly where things are heading. We're entering a world where you don't need to know how to code. You don't need a team, and you don't even need that much money to start. You just need the right idea and the ability to execute it fast. So in this video, I'm gonna break down this entire app, how it works, the onboarding, the paywall, the functionality, the retention tactics, how it actually makes money, and more importantly, how it was built extremely fast using AI by a teenager. And as a little bonus, we are going to be speaking with the founder himself. He's going to be giving us tips on how he built it, how he marketed it, etc. So stay tuned. Here we have it, the AI-driven app that is printing 20K per month from a teenager. We are going to cover absolutely everything, how the app was built, why this idea works. We're going to cover their onboarding flow, their marketing strategy, their paywall, and the functionality inside of the app. There's some very smart retention tactics at play in this app that keep the users interested in coming back for more. So let's start at the top here. Here is the app listing itself. Very straightforward. Wrestle AI helps you with your wrestling, analyzes your training, spots weak points, gives you drills, creates a custom plan, and has some cool little training tactics here as well. By the way, this entire document that I'm sharing with you and all these links to their onboarding, the paywall, etc., is going to be in the description for free to download. Go check that out. And here we can pull up their sensor tower. As you can see, last month, only 6K downloads, but they're still making 20K per month. This is why the retention tactics and their pricing strategy is so very important, because this isn't a lot of downloads, but this is a very healthy amount of revenue that this app is making. So how was this app built? It was built in a very short amount of time using one vibe coding tool, and that vibe coding tool is Rourke Max. You can literally one-shot apps with this tool. You type in a simple prompt, and it will build a fully native Swift iOS application for you. And not only that, Rourke will build for any iOS device, and on top of that, you can one-click publish to the App Store. You don't need to open Cursor, you don't need to open Cloud Code. You can do everything that you need in this one tool. And Wrestle AI proves that, because the onboarding, the paywall, the functionality inside of the app, it was all built with Rourke. Rourke is lowering the barrier to entry for anybody to build an app in a couple days, not a couple months. So why does this idea work? Why does Wrestle AI make $20,000 every single month? Very simple. And if you watch the channel, you know what I'm going to say. It solves a painful problem for a large number of people. And on top of that, the founder wanted this app for himself because he wanted to improve his wrestling. When you approach your app idea from a position of personal pain, you become the ideal customer for that product. That's how I scaled my app, Puff Count, to 45K per month. I was addicted to vaping. My friends were addicted to vaping. I built a product to help myself, just like this founder did. He built Wrestle AI because he wanted to improve his wrestling. And I'm sure he gave it to his friends that he was wrestling with as well. So it was easy for him to build this product. It was easy for him to build all the functionality and know what the app needed. It was easy for him to start marketing because he was and is the ideal customer. And there's also very clear value. Improve your wrestling. Okay, now let's cover the onboarding flow, the paywall. Actually, you know what? Let's start with the marketing, because the marketing strategy for this app is absolutely genius and something that I don't think enough people leverage. Now, this app isn't doing anything crazy new. They're doing creator-driven marketing, but let me show you what exactly they're doing. If you type in Wrestle AI, they have their main TikTok account, but you can see all of these other creators that they are paying to create content for them. And
If you're a wrestler,
take a look
I made
at
an
this
app
creator,
just for you. Just take a video at practice, or if you have a wrestling match, upload it to the app, and within seconds, it tells me exactly.
As you can see, the founder of this app partnered with a wrestling influencer to promote his product. Now we'll find out if he is a direct partner in the business or if he's just a partner in marketing. But it seems like Caden, this guy with 530K followers, he's promoting the app on every single one of his videos. I guarantee you that this content creator that the app founder partnered with is driving a majority of the downloads. Now, he is also partnering with a couple other creators or just paying them for one-off posts like this guy, Kelly Dunnigan, a wrestling creator with 40,000 followers who made an amazing piece of content for him, kind of like a day in the life style piece. And what you'll also come to find is, from what I can see, this company isn't running any paid ads at all. This is strictly a creator-driven marketing strategy. Now, a lot of people try this. A lot of people try to market their apps. They try to hire influencers. They try to get content created for their products, but it doesn't work. The reason this marketing works is because they are attacking a specific niche. They are working with creators who already have an audience, and it's natural content. This is a story time, a day in the life of a wrestler. This is a typical Cal AI style video as well. Day in the life from this wrestler, and he promotes the app somewhere in this video and even tags the company. Boom, here it is, the promo. Middle of the day in the life. This video got 2,000 likes. On top of that, they're also providing value. We can go back to Caden's profile. This guy built his profile based on giving wrestling tips, providing value. This is one of the easiest ways to go viral for your product. Provide real value. Give tips on whatever problem your app is solving. That's why this guy's content crushes. And you can see in the comments, he's getting a ton of positive engagement here. They're providing value. And then there are clear call to actions to download the app within the content itself. Every single one of those videos promoting the app shows the app in use. They show the scanning, they show the video breakdowns, etc. And we're going to get into the functionality in a little bit here. But this app is doing 20K a month strictly from a content creator driven marketing strategy. Now, the marketing is only one piece of the puzzle. The onboarding flow and the paywall are genius. This is what turns them into paying customers. Let's get into the onboarding of Wrestle AI. It's a long one. It's a doozy. But this is the strategy that is actually absolutely crushing it right now. Let's go through. So the first page you see, some feature pages explaining what the product does. And then cheeky little rating page here, of course, before the paywall. Very smart, boosting the app ratings. As you can see, the app is rated 4.8 stars with 1,700 ratings. I guarantee you this screen is driving a majority of that. Support the mission, support the movement, rate 5 stars. You can rate and continue. And let's move on. You're building your profile. Again, a survey, a questionnaire, customizing the user's experience. Identify your style. What style do you compete in? What is your go-to attack? Where do you dominate? What is your mat identity? How often do you train? Weight management, putting in your body metrics, building you a nutrition plan, setting your schedule. This screen, very important, getting the user to commit to a schedule, letting the user type in their goal, analyzing their goals, showing the potential growth over time after using the product. And then they even give you a taste of what the product does in the onboarding. They let you upload a video before the paywall. They let you see how the analysis happens. Very important, they add a skip for now button if you just want to move past. And then boom, your profile is ready. It's got your nutrition plan, it's got your training roadmap, etc. And then, only then, it asks you to sign in. They push the sign in page very far down the onboarding to hopefully reduce the drop-off rate. And then of course, we have the pre-paywall page and then the paywall page here. And what you'll see is they're offering $59.99 per year with a 3-day free trial and also a monthly plan at $9.99, but there's no free trial on the monthly plan. An amazing boost to your LTV, your cash back, your cash collected faster if you only offer a 3-day free trial on the yearly plan, because most people are going to go for the yearly plan. And when they convert, you're going to collect $60 instead of $9, which is a major reason as to why this app was able to scale so quickly. So boom. Just to go over that again, extensive onboarding, showing and using the real features in the app. You build a custom training plan. You get a taste of what the experience is like because they allow you to use the app in the onboarding before you hit the hard paywall. And they also make the user feel like they could be doing better, like they could be improving right? Getting the user to commit to use the app over a long period of time. And all this perfectly primes them for the paywall. And of course, they're charging, as we saw, $9.99 a month and $59.99 per year. Once you're inside the app, there's a bunch of amazing functionality. They have AI training, of course, video footage. There's a training hub for improvement, a calendar and to-do list giving you tasks to complete when you open the app. There is a nutrition tracker and these huge retention tactics, levels, goals, streaks, and achievements here, making the user feel like they're gaining something after using the app. George, what's up, man? Welcome in, the founder of Wrestle AI. Where are you calling in from, bro?
Hey, I'm in SF right now. I'm in the Rourke office, actually.
First of all, tell us how old you are, what you built, and how much revenue it's made since you launched.
Yeah, so I'm 18. We launched around 6-ish months ago, and in that time, I've made 160,000.
Are you a technical founder?
No, I don't know how to code at all, to be honest.
Okay.
I built it all through Rourke, basically, and that's why I'm
Okay,
doing it now.
so tell us just generally about the app itself. What does it do? Why did you come up with the idea? Why did you decide to build this app in particular?
It all kind of started in July. I launched my first app. In July, I saw an ad for Rourke. I was like, I built 7 apps in a week. And originally, I thought it was like one of those like drag and drop templates. But I got curious, so I clicked on it. I checked it out. And I was like, all right, let's see if it could build. I created this MMA app where you basically enter your training footage and it would tell you what you did right, what you did wrong to help you like when you're hitting the bag, basically. So I released that first app. In the first month, it did like $2K a month. I was like, this is awesome. So I quit ecom. I went all into apps. And I was like, what if I do the same app, but with just wrestling? Because we had a bunch of wrestlers in our comments saying, basically, does this do wrestling too? So I partnered with a wrestling influencer, and that's how we launched Wrestle AI.
How long did it take you to go from idea to launch on Wrestle AI?
I would say a month. Most of like the actual like prompting came from like a week straight of like literally every day just on Rourke, just like prompting, fix this, fix that.
But you think nowadays it would be like much faster, knowing what you now know in the new models?
Yeah, I did an experiment because I wanted to see how fast could I like release a quality app, and this was even before Rourke Max, and it takes literally less than a day to get it into like app review.
You can push it to app review right from Rourke.
Yeah, it's like you could literally do it in less than a day. And I'm not saying like a slop app. I'm saying like an actual quality app.
What is your like high level structure? Because you're obviously not one shotting these. You're not writing one prompt into Rourke and then pushing that to the store.
You first make how it looks, then you keep prompting each page till it works exactly how you thought it would. And it looks exactly how you thought it would. It would look really nice, basically. After you kind of perfect it, every detail, like don't cut corners, basically. Like if something doesn't work, figure out why it doesn't work. And then from there, after you basically have the main functionality down, you build the onboarding and then you build the paywall. And then that's it.
Okay, awesome, brother. And how did you get the initial first 100 users?
So I partnered with an influencer. We prepped like pre-order week and he was like hyping it up throughout the week. The app actually broke literally 2 hours before the pre-order went out. So basically like my API key expired it by accident. So the app was like completely broken right before this app went out and I couldn't push a new update to Apple. I ended up like fixing it. I got it fixed right before we released. I like stayed up till 5 a.m. that night. I was freaking out because we had like 4,000 pre-orders waiting. And like we already had people in Japan downloading the app and unsubscribing immediately because it like was broken. I was like, yo, I'm cooked. And then I fixed it at like 5 a.m. I just went instantly to sleep and I woke up and we already made like the first $1,000. I was like, this is crazy.
So in your first day of launch, you made $1,000.
For Wrestle AI, yeah. We were number 18 in the App Store. We were beating out the NFL at one point in like top charts.
No way. Your main marketing strategy relied on you partnering with an influencer. Walk me through why you made that decision to partner with someone and how did that structure work?
I had a VA running outreach for Fight AI, doing influencer outreach, and they outreached this kid who knew Caden very weakly. Like it wasn't like a crazy link. They were just mutuals on Instagram. The second I saw that they were mutuals, I was like, scratch the partnership. I'll pay you to literally just send this message to this guy. So he sent the message and the guy was like, dude, I just saw this kid's email. It's like so funny you DM'd me. Like I just saw the email that he sent me. Yeah, I'm down. So he emails me and I basically just show him Fight AI. I'm like, I just want to do this for wrestling. He goes, yo, this is like sick. So we went 50-50 partners and we started off with him. By the end of month 1, we started saturating his audience. We did 17K the first month. And towards the end, like the last week, we did like 2K. I was like, okay, if we keep relying on just him, we'll like get cooked. So then that's when I started basically outreaching to other influencers. And the first video was this kid, Corey Zader. Shout out Corey Zader. We paid him like $400 for 6 videos. And his first video converted like almost 5K in like sales.
Right. And so you mentioned it briefly, but how did you structure those deals with the influencers?
It would start off where I would like pitch them a flat rate with like 100K minimum view guarantee or something like that. And I would always aim for basically like a $2.50 CPM. And I would always negotiate around that. So you get on the phone with them, you say $250, 100K minimum view guarantee. And they'll be like, yo, dude, like that deal's terrible. Some people would take it, honestly. But if they still push back, you could then reframe it as allowing them to bet on themselves. So I always pitch like a $2.50 CPM flat. The way you position it to them is you position it as like, look, if you want to make more money and you're highly confident in yourself, I can only pay $2.50 per 1,000 views to be profitable. If I pay you more, I'm just going to eventually cut you and use you to just take your brand like authority. Like you always tell them you want to be partners, you want to work long term. If you think that you're going to exceed and get a lot of views, I would take that deal. But usually they'll take the deal, they'll bet on themselves. And then you go, okay, awesome. Like you'll post, let's say once a week, twice a week. Let's just do every Sunday's a payday.
Right.
And they'll be like, okay. But now you've just basically cut your effective CPM in half because you're paying them weekly. And the views will triple and almost quadruple sometimes over the next like 2 months.
So you're not tracking the views forever. You're tracking the views for 7 days max.
Yeah, I always tell them like, look, I can't manage that. Like my books will be cooked. Like I'll have to constantly track everything.
Do you believe that anybody in theory could copy what you did, like your formula of building an app, scaling it?
100%. I experimented with this. There's these 2 kids, Christian and Braylon, and they had a bit of a social media following, both of them. I hit them up. I was like, you guys should build an app. And I basically like told them what I did with Wrestle AI, and I was like, you guys should just do this. I gave them like a free work subscription. These kids took it and ran with it. And now they're ripping like 20K a month, all built in Rorik, no idea how to code. So it's like 100% anyone could do this. If you could find where your ideal customer stays, if you could build something interesting for them, and if you could position it in front of them, you'll make money.
Awesome. I appreciate the time, George. Again, you're a young killer in the space, making waves. And where can they find you on social media?
You can follow my ex, George Lamb Pro 20, I think.
All right. Thank you, brother. Look forward to having you back on the channel for your next app.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thank you so much for having me. This was sick.
Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed that video and got a ton of value from this interview with George. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, would greatly appreciate if you liked and subscribed to the channel. I'll be dropping videos just like this all the time. By the way, I'm running a weekly call with app founders. We discuss all things apps, tips, tricks, how to scale, marketing, paywalls, onboardings, absolutely everything. So if you want to join the next app founder call, shoot me a DM on Instagram at steven.builds and we'll see you there. Catch you on the next one. Peace.